In fall of 2011, the My Math Lab changed quite a bit for many students. So this is the new home page or the new dashboard many of you will see whenever you log in for any of the books that have a 2012 or beyond publishing date. So whenever you first log in, you're going to notice that right here is a very important countdown clock. This lets you know how many days and hours you have left until you have an assignment that's due on My Math Lab. Beside that, you're going to have the upcoming assignments listed. They will only list 3 assignments. That does not mean that there are only 3 assignments, but only 3 can show in that window. Just above that is the schedule for the week. And if you run your mouse over these little icons, it'll tell you what's going on. So this icon is letting us know that these homeworks have become available. The one with the star lets me know that I submitted the orientation and scored 75%, and that I also began a homework problem, homework section, 9.4, and I have a 10% on that so far. Over here, letting me know that there are many other homeworks that have just become available. If there are announcements, you can click here at View All Announcements to look at those. We'll take another look at that in just a second. The My Results gives you the overall score that you have, or your running score in My Math Lab. Also, this will begin to fill up with little dots, letting you know where what your assignments are, just to give you a general idea of what range you're falling in. Your progress is broken down by your homework, your tests, and your study plan. For GTC students, the study plan does not affect your homework grade or affect your My Math Lab grade or any other grade. The study plan is there only for you to practice. Of the homeworks, you can see here that I have started 2 out of 42. I have no tests out of 6, and there were no assignments in the study plan, although you can work on that. So back to the announcements. If I click here, if there were announcements for this course, they would be shown. And I can also click on the left navigation button to the announcements. And again, if there were announcements, they'd be shown up here. Many of your entry points or your home pages on your My Math Lab will have links so that you can run a browser check and then also just a quick tutorial on how to enter answers. The orientation homework assignment also helps you with information on how to enter answers. So both would be beneficial, and you may need to run the browser check to make sure you have all the proper software and plugins installed for My Math Lab to work properly on your computer. In addition, on the left, on the other navigation buttons, you have the syllabus link, which is pretty self-explanatory. This is going to be the course syllabus, and there's quite a bit of scrolling involved to see the entire thing. There's one other way to get to that so that you can download it, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. Your homework. If you click on the homework link here, shows all the available homework. So these are the ones that have opened already, and then their due dates are listed on the left, the date and the time. So these are due at the end of the day, or 11:59 p.m. on the date listed. So let's go into one of the homework questions so that we can look at the different navigation buttons they have. I'm going to pick question 4 because I know that this icon means there's an animation and this icon means that there is a video. So question 4, and you're going to get a pop-up that will look like this, and graph the equation using the slope and y-intercept. So we're going to end up graphing this, but first let's assume that you don't remember exactly how to do this. So if you need some help, go to View an Example, and whenever you click View an Example, another box pops up. It tells you that there are 18 parts remaining, and you just keep hitting continue and reading and following along, and it will walk you through all of the parts and how to complete this problem. Also, there's a video available for this one, and whenever you click the video, you'll have a screen pop up in front again. And this is almost a 2-minute video, and they're going to walk you through the process of how to graph using the slope and the y-intercept. So a very similar problem to the type you have on My Math Lab. This one We'll get to the animation in just a second. There's also, you can go to your textbook. By clicking on textbook, you're going to have your ebook open up to the proper section, but not necessarily the proper page for this type of problem. So you can scroll through your ebook and you can go page by page. Whenever you get to your ebook from a homework link, you are only going to be allowed to go through that particular section of homework or that particular section of the book that the homework pertains to. But again, you can page through it one at a time and scroll up and down and read and look for the examples that are pertinent. Now the animation, again, there will be another pop-up.
We would like to write the equation of a line that is perpendicular.
And let me pull that over. So this is going through a little bit different example, but it's going to get you to where it will be a similar example. And here it's taken us through part of it, and then you can hit next to where it's an it's almost like an interactive video. So you can go through the animation. Another button is Help Me Solve This. Now, whenever you use Help Me Solve This, it's going to help with this exact problem. You have this pop up in front, but notice there is a red X over problem number 4 now. Because I hit Help Me Solve This, it will walk me through that exact problem. So it will take me step by step, just like View an Example, only I have to participate. It's going to ask me to fill in different parts. So for here, our answer would be 5, and you will check your answer to make sure that you did get that correct. And then it will continue through and still have you follow along. So for plotting the y-intercept, you would take the little button here and drag it up to 0, 5. And sure enough, that's great. And then again, just continuing through. Now, once you've tried all of these options here, if you still don't understand what's going on, you can hit Ask My Instructor. This gives yet another pop-up. And in this pop-up, there will be a link sent to the email address shown up here, which will be your instructor. We'll take that out for now. It lets the instructor know who it's from, and they'll get a link to your exact problem. They'll be able to see the last answer that you put in, not all of them, but the last one, as well as the exact problem. Here is a box where you can put in your questions, or so you can be specific about what the question is you have on that math problem. So in here you should put things such as, I'm not completely sure how to graph using the slope, but I know where the y-intercept is. Or maybe it's a different type of problem and you keep getting the sign wrong. Things like that, where you should be very specific. Just typing in here, help, or I don't understand, it's going to make it very hard for your instructor to read your mind and actually give you accurate and good information to help you. So again, the more specific you are whenever you explain what problem you're having, the better response you're going to be able to get from your instructor. Additionally, if you like to work your homework out on paper and then you want to come back and enter in all of the answers, you can go to Print. Whenever you click Print, there's another pop-up, and it will ask if you want to print this question only or if you want to print the entire homework assignment, and you can do either. The homework problem will stay the same until you come through and either get it wrong and ask for a similar exercise, or until you click Help Me Solve This. Because to be clear, whenever we click Help Me Solve This, and you can watch it again, whenever you click Help Me Solve This, it will mark it wrong, which it already was. But whenever we close, it gives us a new problem. To show you the graphing utility for this particular one, we'll go ahead and work this problem. So y equals 8/7 x plus 4, and it wants us to graph using slope and y-intercept. Clicking this little icon, the magnifying glass,